Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Matt Shad. And this is another episode of the Zoot Report. What are we going to talk about? Vice. Addiction. Vice and addiction. Yeah. And you'll be surprised how many people are addicted and have that addictive personality. Addictive personality disorder. And this pertains to a shift kind of scenario. So picture, if you will, like most people in the world, including me, most people are addicted to cigarettes. Yeah, nicotine. Wow, totally addicted. And I don't care what you say. They say it's harder than heroin to quit. I've quit a few times in my life, but I always came back. It gets harder and harder to quit every time. Just something as simple as cigarettes. Boom. Imagine, if you will, shift scenario, the balloon goes up. Everything stops. There's no more there's no more trading. There's no more goods and services as we used to know back in the old days. Okay? The supply chain is kaput. Is no more. And all your stores have no cigarettes. No cigarettes. No beer. How many people are addicted to beer? Alcohol. Alcohol is a big addiction. It really is. I mean, you know, but it's cigarettes and alcohol is like, that's the condoned addiction. Nowadays, weed. And yes, weed is addicting. It can be. It's a lot easier to break the addiction of weed. You can just, you might go through some withdrawals, but they're very very manageable. I know, I've done it. But something as simple as cigarettes makes you irritable. I mean, you got the withdrawals that occur with cigarettes. You become irritable. You start coughing up a lung. You got high blood pressure. Your body doesn't know what to do. It's like, I need my nicotine. I got a fiend for nicotine. I'm a fiend for nicotine, but I don't need a cigarette. You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry. These songs pop in my head, but just alcohol. You could wean yourself off of alcohol. Cigarettes, you can wean yourself off of cigarettes, right? And it's a practice of will. You really have to not want it. You go, you know what? This I can't get it anymore. So why just and quitting cold turkey is probably the worst thing you can do. Right? A lot of people that have been smoking for 30, 40, 50 years, right? They just can't quit, right? You know, cold turkey. They just can't stop. They gotta wean themselves off, right? That's just cigarettes and beer. Liquor, man, even more. A lot of it's something that a lot of people have to go to AA meetings for the rest of their lives and take it day by day to not drink anymore. And eventually you'll be okay, right? Eventually you will. You know, think about shift. You've quit. It was rough. It was hard. You went through it. You did it. Zoom zoom. And you're done with it, right? Now you might think about it from time to time. You might catch yourself like trying to, take a puff of a imaginary cigarette, or maybe you're trying to. Now, alcohol you could probably make. That's probably the easiest to make. Tobacco, you're gonna have to grow tobacco. That's a process. And sometimes you can't do it. Motorcycles. Alright. Must be friends. Now, imagine a world, the shift scenario, nobody's getting pills. There's no more Oxycontins. There's no more Percocets. There's no more Valiums. There's no more uppers and downers and poppers and wheezers and droppers and whatever you kids are doing nowadays. Insert meme here. Sipping on some scissor. Sip, 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 sipping on some scissor. See, think about drugs. It takes over your life. It is your motivation to do everything. Everything is tied to drugs. Getting drugs, getting high, getting whatever. Heroin, right? Heroin, oh my God, opium. Damn. Imagine a shift situation and you've got people that were doing that stuff, have done it for years. Now they can't get it. Because nobody's making it anymore. Nobody's importing it anymore. All the pharmacies have already, all the hospitals have all been raided. And there is no more drugs. None whatsoever. They're all gone. And you got some crazy, addicted individuals that are going through withdrawals that will stop at nothing if they think you have some. If they think you have some Oxycontins, if they think you have, they see you with a medical kit, or you're a prepared person, they know you're prepared, a prepper. Like, yeah, you got pain pills. I know you do. They'll stop at nothing to do it, to get those pain pills that they think that you have. To tell you the truth, I really don't have a lot myself. I have a few. I probably need to switch them out somehow. Pills are a little bit harder to wean yourself off of, but it can be done. I did it. I got off of hydrocodone and Oxycontin. And just started weaning myself off. But there's folks out there that like to pop the pills and drink at the same time. Holy shit! I mean, that's one way to forget how to breathe. That's exactly what it does. That's how you die. You forget how to breathe. You just forget to breathe. Your body forgets to breathe. So relax. You forget to breathe. Now enter crack, cocaine, heroin, fentanyl. Oh my God. The zombies out there. They're already dying. I think they have a shelf life of like 3 months. Once they get hooked on fentanyl, they're done. What's the other one? Flocka, bath salts. There's a huffing paint, addiction. Remember the West Side Boys in Africa? They were, damn dude. puff paint. They were running around just raiding and pillaging and plundering so they could get more hardcore drugs. Because they love to get high and go to war. Be cracked out of their mind and trying to fight a war. Like, damn, you guys are nuts, man. So I think the cartels would probably still be around. I bet they would. I bet they would still be around and still be in that area. Like, you know, that one movie, or the one TV show, Puppies and Kittens. I forget the name of it. Zombie something. But the cartel was still active during the zombie apocalypse. Like, there was nothing there, nothing left. No government. Yeah, everything had been dismantled, and everybody's either dead or surviving, or, you know, thriving in a little community somewhere, barely. Right? And there's zombies everywhere. You know, of course, they had they developed zombie weed. Zombie weed. The cartels jumped right on that. Like weed that is literally grown out of the fucking head of a zombie, live zombie. Calm the zombie down. I don't know. Tell me in the comments what that movie was. I forget. Or it was a TV show. I'm sorry. Yeah, a series. But I think the cartels would still be a thing, right? And anyone that's growing is going to be a warlord. Anyone that's growing, anyone that's making alcohol, anyone that's growing weed, anyone that's you know, producing meth, you know, or cocaine or whatever, they're going to be warlords. They are. And yeah, I guess there's some medicinal purposes to it. But the whole idea of the addiction, right, is it takes over your soul, your body. It changes who you are. It turns you into a creature, like a vampire that craves nothing but that drug. Getting high. It's a way of escaping life. I mean, life's problems. So think about how much of a pandemic an addiction, a drug addiction, would be in a shift situation. Everybody is going to be wanting to escape the hardship, the harshness of life in a shift situation. And you know, I mean, hey, it's, you know, long hard days work, right? You know, you've been working on your homestead. You're done for the day, whatever, and you've got some meat. I plan on making meat. I know how to make meat. You got some meat, or you got some weed, and you're just chilling, and life is good, right? Life is good. And talk about a great barter item. Wow, you know, somebody comes along and says, hey, you know, we're hungry. Yeah, I don't have any food, but I got beer. What? Say what? Really? Dude, I'll cut off my arm right now and give it to you. What, you got weed? Oh shit. I mean, some people will take drugs and alcohol over food. All right, alcohol has always been that go-to, go-to drug, go-to experience to forget life's problems throughout the course of man's existence, right? You know, it was, you you know, you had a beer, you got drunk after a war, you know, congratulations, you won. Here, get drunk. Here's some sake. Here's some beer. Here's some liquor. Whatever. Here's some mushrooms, right? LSD, right? Yeah, LSD. Yeah. I guess mushrooms, weed, and alcohol will be the main drug during shift, just because they'll be readily available. You know, they're relatively easy to make or grow. Mushrooms you can forage for them, or grow them yourself, right? Just need a cool, dark place, cool, dark, damp place to grow mushrooms, and they'll grow. And drugs will be also weaponized. You can weaponize it. I can put enough drugs in the alcohol, give it to somebody, and follow them around. Wait till they get nice and drunk at their base camp, and pass the fuck out. I know they're not waking up because I know what I put in there. I put some roofies or whatever in there, and boom, I got all their shit. I got all their gear, or whatever I want to do with them. So, that's the thing too, is it can be weaponized. You probably don't want to trust it if you get it from somewhere. If you don't know the source, you probably don't want to trust it. We can be laced with stuff. Hell, they lace weed with fentanyl nowadays. They take shit weed and lace it with fentanyl, or they used to do it with opium dust. Just to give it that little oomph. I'm like, wow, you're really, really fucked up. Yeah? I'm good. You good? Okay. Just seen a guy on the side of the road. Flashers on, hood up. See if he's okay. He's cool. But yeah, what about coffee? Lord knows I'm addicted to coffee. I gotta have my coffee. Coffee is another thing that you can kind of wean yourself off of. Caffeine, look at the studies. It does, does change the telemetry of your mind, but it also, it's easy to wean yourself off coffee. But hey, if I'm in a shift situation and somebody brings a pot of coffee around or some coffee, I'm like, hell yeah, let's party. I'm staying up all night. Let's go. Coffee time. Another addiction, as we know in America, is food. Oh my God, food, snacks. How many obese people are in this world, in this country? Shit, they even encourage it. Oh, you're disabled because you're obese. Well, I guess you don't have to. Well, we're going to give you money so you can buy more snacks and get more obese. And I think I forget where it was. They exempted state tax because of their snacks and their disability. Like, what the fuck? Taxes ought not to pay for your damn fudge rounds. Shout out to Oliver Anthony. I think we're kin, by the way. But addictions, right? I used to be addicted to excitement, daredevil kind of shit, a need for speed, a need for danger. I don't know. Some say that it's because I've had too many fucking blunt force traumas to my brain, and most TBIs just have that in them. They're like, let's go, right? But it can be part of that addiction. New people that are addicted to fighting, you know. Most of them are professional fighters. Addicted to sex. I mean, there's that. Yeah. Imagine that. I mean, a bunch of nymphoids running around, giving it up. We're taking it. You know, the grapers. The male grapers. That's a thing. I mean, prisons are full of them. And they just, they love sex. They're addicted to it. There's women. I've met some nymphomaniacs. Oh Lord, I still know some to this day. Like, no, right? I wonder why you have 6 kids and no dads. What the fuck? But yeah, sex could be a major addiction. I have to say I was kind of addicted to sex. You know, I was glad I got it out of my system. I still struggle with it to this day. I think I'm always going to do that. But addictions. What other kind of addictions can there be? Self-mutilation, right? You know, there's people that love to self-mutilate mutilate themselves for cutting, and you know, it's for them it's therapy, or you know, tattoos. Tattoos. Wow. How many people are addicted to tattoos? And you know, they're addicted to the pain. They're addicted to the euphoric feeling that they get when they get a tattoo, and it's, you know, a 3-hour long session. And, you know, their body's going numb. They've puked 3 times, and you know, they're dehydrating. They gotta take a break and jump around, and you know, fucking whatever. You know, there's some weird addictions out there, right? And it's going to get worse in shift, because the mental state of people are going to be stretched to the limit. So not only are there going to be folks with addictive personalities that can't get their fix, they're going to go through withdrawals, right? And now they're going, and maybe they switch over to something else. You know, like eating fucking Tide Pods or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, bulimia and anorexia. Damn. That's a good one too. I've seen that. It's I'm not gonna tell you who, but it's somebody in my family. And I was like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Why? You know, well, I gotta look good. You know, mom taught me this. Like, what? No. It's not good for you. I actually had a cousin that died from it. So, you know, that absolute desire, obsession to look good. Maybe one of the best addictions is working out. I'd say that's probably one of the best addictions. You can get addicted to working out. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I've been there. Just nothing like Bruce Lee, where he would work himself. He would work out until he broke something, and then take a bunch of drugs to continue to work out. I mean, damn, dude was fucking crazy. But he was addicted. Absolutely addicted to working out and, you know, having that ability. Another, I don't know, maybe healthy addiction is guns. Oops. Oh man, I can't pay my rent. Why? I just bought a Staccato. Oh, what? No, I haven't bought a Staccato. I'm just using that as a reference. What do you mean? Yeah, this thing's awesome. Yeah, that's true, man. People will go to great lengths to fulfill their addictions. The addiction takes over. Gambling. Oh man, gambling. Wow. How many people do you see gambling? They just, playing the lottery, playing the scratch-off tickets. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. The casinos. Oh my God, sucker's born every minute. Liberated from his money. What's the adage? A fool and his money are soon departed. But some people, sometimes they win. Sometimes they win big. I know a guy. He loves to gamble. Loves to gamble. If you say something like, "You want to bet?" he'll be like, "Yeah," and he'll pull money out. What are we betting on? I bet you can't fucking take that tow motor through the obstacle course. Okay, here's $100. Whoa, no. Right? Pool hustlers. Gambling is fun. Yeah, it's just fun. It just raises the stakes. Raises the ante. You got more skin in the game. You feel like you got more skin in the game. There's more pressure. People love that pressure, right? Like, man, I really gotta win. I really gotta win. It's a game of chance, or it's a game that's rigged. Yet they're just like, come on, Odd, let's go, hit. They get in that ecstatic kind of that ecstatic energy of they're going to win big, it's going to happen. Oh, and then they let down. Boom, and here comes the crash. Lost all your money. You gambled away $2,000. But last week you won $30,000. That's this guy. I know. I mean, he's won like millions of dollars throughout the course of his lifetime, and gambled it all away. He didn't care. He's like, fuck it, it's free money. I'm like, dude, if I was to win big, I'm going to buy something right away. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to continue to gamble. I'm just going to I'm good. I'm cashing out. I'm out. See y'all later. What you gonna do? I'm gonna go buy nods right now. I'm gonna go buy a house. Some shit. I'll buy a brand new car. I'm gonna go buy some land. No, I mean, these people, they can't stop. They can't stop. They have to gamble, and they'll do it all their lives, even during their shift. And like I said, when there's none of that vice going on, they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it somehow. They're gonna make the drugs. They're gonna make another addictive. They're gonna just transfer their addictive personality. I had a DUI. I was addicted. I was addicted to drinking in the Marine Corps, and I went to rehab and all that stuff. Did the AA, did the year of like aftercare counseling and bullshit. And, it's through the military, so they it's all mandatory shit. And even through all that, I continued to drink until one day I just said, you know what? Boom, I'm done. And I just quit. They're like, you just can't quit? Yeah, I did. Well, what I really did is I transferred it into working out, into running. I fell in love with a punching bag, and I just beat the hell out of that thing. And I'd buy another, beat the another. I always had a punching bag, always. I love my punching bag. It's a great workout. So I just transferred my addiction to something else, to working out, and, running. I found that running, you can get high. That runner's high is for real. Oh my God, you feel so alive. It's surreal. But Addiction. You know, there are people that are addicted to killing. Yeah. Your serial killers, your murderers, you know, your rapists. They rape and kill. I said the word. I wasn't trying to say the word. They like to murder. They like to kill folks. And think about WROL in Shift. They just get to do what they want. It's fucking purge day for them. Do what you want day. So yeah, I mean, and these are going to escalate. These addictions and these addictive personalities are going to escalate. You know, you got your when we're talking about that, your serial killers, you got your psychopaths and your sociopaths. Sociopaths are addicted. They're narcissistic mentalities. They're narcissistic personality. They are addicted to being in control of everything, everyone. They get off on that. It's definitely a thing for them. You know, manipulating people, making them do what they want. You know, making them harm themselves, whatever. You know, it's that sociopath. They just manipulate everyone, and they get a lot of things. They get what they want from it. And it's only going to get worse in Shift. It will possibly be more that the sociopath is probably the most dangerous. Because he comes to you with a smile. Hi. You know, smile and, you know, just absolute, you know, charming demeanor. And then he just starts working on you. Or her. Yeah, women. Men or women. Sociopaths. They're the worst. They are the worst. They want to manipulate you. They'll use whatever they have at their disposal to get what they want from you, or get you to do something that they want you to do. So what other kind of addictions are out there? Please let me know in the comments. Any kind of weird addictions you're into. You know, you can be addicted to hobbies. I think that's pretty cool. You know, I don't know about being addicted, but you know, it's a hobby is a hobby. You know, like you're knitting, you're crocheting, you know, you're flint knapping, you're bushcrafting, you know, your carpentry, you know, whatever. Is it addictive? I don't know. A hobby is a hobby. I guess you could be addicted to that. Yeah, tell me down in the comments what kind of addictions am I missing here. I know I'm probably missing a lot of addictions. But yeah. So this has been Matt Shad, and thank you very much for hanging out with me. This has been another episode of the Zoot Report. Skull.